Welcome to what I read on vacation, because all I do on vacation is lay on the beach, read and eat. Hope you enjoy! So day 1 was our travel day, and day 2 started with this enormous breakfast, and then we walked around the town, the Hania, a little bit, explored everything, and we saw this floating market, which I found very interesting. And other than that, we just had drinks and dinner. Hey guys, so it's day 3 of our stay in Crete. It's an island in Greece, if you don't know. And I'm so excited to be here. We were in Greece last year for 2 or 3 weeks and I really enjoyed it, so I'm really happy we're back. And this week, I'm just gonna take you along with what I kind of realistically read on vacation. And today, we're going to one of the most beautiful beaches on the island. I'm so excited. And yeah, let's go. This beach was called Elefonici. It's also called the Pink Beach. It's not very pink, but that's okay. It's still an 8 out of 10 beach for me. I also got a slushie for the first time in my life. It's a lemon slushie and it's the best thing I have ever tasted. I have no idea why I didn't get those before. Hello, so we just got back to the hotel room. I just took the best shower of my life. Post beach and tanning showers are the best thing ever. You cannot convince me otherwise. I am sunburned pretty bad, even though we had 2 different sunscreens and I reapplied like every hour, but we were on the beach without an umbrella because we forgot for like from 11 to 4, so peak UV hours. So yeah, that was a little bit not thought through, I don't know, but it's okay. We're gonna do better tomorrow because our Airbnb actually has umbrellas, so we can definitely take some tomorrow. But I just wanted to update you. I have no idea how good or bad the audio quality in the car was. So I finished this book. It's a 4-star for me. I really liked how we got a little bit, or how I, the reader, got a little bit of insight in like some Chinese cultures and like myths and stuff, or maybe legends, I don't know. It was really interesting and also very well written, and I really liked it. Not 5 stars because the ending was, I don't know, it's just not a 5-star book for me because there was just a little like something missing, maybe like another plot twist or something, because I did figure out some things, but I think you were supposed to figure them out, so maybe it wasn't supposed to be like super gripping, thrilling, whatever. But yeah, now that I finished this, I can finally start Percy Jackson Part 1. I'll put the English title up, but like Part 1 of this series. It has 405 pages, so it's definitely gonna take me like 2 to 3 days to read, but I'm so excited to read this because we're gonna do another beach day tomorrow, so I'm gonna be all day laying down like reading again, and I'm so excited for it. And I also brought Part 2, and then I also brought another Greek mythology book. I want to read Part 1 of this Percy Jackson series, then the other book, and then Part 2 if I have time, or maybe like on the plane ride home or something. But yeah, very successful first day of reading. It's actually our 3rd day of vacation already, because the first day we got in kind of late and we had to drive from the airport to the Airbnb, which took quite some time. Morning, it's day 4 and I started reading Percy Jackson last night. I love it. It's so easy to read. Obviously it's a children's book, but I love it so much. It's bringing back so many good memories, so I am loving it. And we're about to head to a different beach today, and I'm so excited because I'm again gonna be reading all day at the beach today. And yeah, it's just a perfect day for me, so let's go. So we're in the car right now on our way back from the beach to a restaurant that we found that's supposed to be really good. I'm so excited. I got to page 140 with Percy Jackson and we met this super nice girl from the US, and she was reading the Court of Thrones, I think it was called. I don't remember. I'll put like the title of the books up here. She was reading the last part and was really beat up, and she said she really liked it. Kind of wanting to start those now because I've heard so much about that series, but I've been like putting off starting them or buying like the first part because I don't know, I felt like they're like very hyped and I don't want to read a book just because it's hyped, but she made them sound really good, so I'm thinking about that. That's gonna be my next series that I want to start. But yeah, we're just gonna go to the restaurant now and I'm so excited to eat. We haven't really eaten all day because laying by the beach doesn't really take much energy, but it was so nice. The beach was the most beautiful one yet we've been to. It was my favorite one, maybe all over Greece even. But yeah, let's go to dinner. Thank you. So last night I couldn't sleep for some reason, so I finished Percy Jackson. I really liked it. I remember more of the movie than of the book when I read the first time, and it was very different from the movie, which is good because I think the Percy Jackson movies are really bad. They're completely different from the books, and also the thing that bothers me the most is Percy Jackson is 12 in this book, and in the movie Logan Lerman, I think he's like at least 16, so that doesn't really match up because then the rest of the story doesn't work out, I feel like. But yeah, there's only I think 2 movies, so anyways, and then I started Song of Achilles. I got 20 or 30 pages in, so just this little chunk. The thing that I really like about the Percy Jackson books is that you don't have to do any like additional research on who the people are because he doesn't know anything. So it's kind of explained, like all of the characters and the different like gods and other people that like appear, so you don't have to research anything. But with Song of Achilles, the person that's telling the story is not Achilles, I think. I'm only 20 pages in and I haven't done any research on who the people are, but there's just like a lot of names dropped and I recognize them, but I don't know who they are. This book has about 400 pages. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it. I hope so, because today we're doing a pool day because my boyfriend is a little bit sick, so we can't really drive a lot because he's the driver and I don't really want to drive on the roads here. But yeah, still obsessed with this cover. So pretty. I'm just gonna keep reading this on at the pool, but also unrelated to the book, but still, the book is secondhand and it smells so bad. It doesn't smell like smoke, it just smells like it's been laying in like a slightly damp room for like years. And so when I read it in bed yesterday, the area that I had like the book on smelled like that, so I had to turn around and face the other way to be able to sleep because it smells so bad. But yeah, I'm just gonna air it out today. And then yeah, we're just gonna have breakfast now. So we just got back from the pool and we're gonna head to a near beach, probably by foot. We've been driving everywhere because the distances in Crete are crazy. We drove about 2 hours or maybe 1 hour and 30 minutes to the first 2 beaches, and now we switched hotels, so now we have a beach closer to us and we're gonna go there now. Actually there's 4 that we can choose from, so let's see where we'll actually end up. But the pool here is so nice and it's such a nice change to not be covered in sand once you get like out of the water. Obviously we're gonna change that now by going to the beach, but all of the beaches here are also so beautiful, so I actually can't wait to go. But yeah, we also just had some lunch at the hotel. I had a green salad, and after I finished it I noticed that it was supposed to have figs, and that was the reason why I got it, but there weren't any figs in it, so that was a little bit sad, but it was still really good. And about Song of Achilles, I honestly have to say I'm on page 101, I think, and it's not catching me yet, but it also took some time with search to catch me, because I think the like backstory that you need to know to kind of connect to the characters is a little bit more complicated, so you need to get into it now. I was right, it's it's not Achilles telling the story. And I really like the kind of friendship and like the relationships between the people so far, but it's not like super gripping like Percy Jackson. Obviously it's a fantasy book for kids, so it has to be gripping. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna finish it depending on how long we're at the beach today. I think I might get even like halfway done, or maybe even a little bit more, because I already have 100 pages. But yeah, let's go to the beach. Good morning. We are about to head to Balos Beach. It's apparently very difficult to get to. You're not supposed to take the car, I think. I'm not sure. We are going by car though, because you can. It's just not recommended because you have to take like a 15-minute hike down, like not a hill, down a mountain, and then 30 minutes back up. And I'm not looking forward to that, but it's apparently like the most beautiful beach on the island, so we're definitely gonna go there. We're in a little bit of a rush because we kind of want to eat like late lunch at the hotel. And that means we have to get back by 3, but it's already 10 a.m. so we only have a couple of hours, because it also takes like 1 or 2 hours to get there. So let's see how it works out. But today's actually our last full day already, so we need to make use of it and go to that beach, because tomorrow we're just gonna have a pool day at the hotel again, so that not everything's sandy and stuff. And I think we have to check out at like 11 probably, and we have to leave for the airport around noon, because our flight leaves at I think 5. You have to be there like 1-2 hours early, and it takes us like 2.5 hours to get there, I think, because when we booked we didn't know that there were 2 airports, and the one that we flew to is like on the other side of the island, where like there's nothing on that side of the island, I think. I'm not sure. So yeah, it's kind of a journey, but yeah, I'm just excited for the last beach today. Who knows, maybe we'll go to like a beach that's closer tomorrow, like in the morning, because there are like 4 beaches around us in like 5-10 minutes walking distance, but they're like basic beaches, you know. So they're not like extremely amazing. My favorite so far has been the Falastana beach, just because the water was so nice and it was so like deep that you could swim almost right away, and you don't have to like walk out like 100 meters until you can find a swim. So that was really nice, and the water here is also so clear and clean and beautiful and like turquoise, which also makes me feel safe because I don't really like swimming where the water is like too deep or like not as clear, because then I feel like a shark's gonna eat me in like 2 seconds. Obviously it hasn't happened yet, it's not ever gonna happen, but yeah, I'm just a little paranoid like that, you know. But about the book I'm currently reading, I am halfway through. It's still not catching me as much. I think that we're now getting kind of into the original, like, what's called myth, legend, where Achilles like goes to war and like fights and stuff, and I think he also dies because he has like the thing, like, I don't want to spoil anything, but I think this is like not common knowledge, but if you know the story, like the myth, then you already know what's gonna happen in the book, because Achilles is like more popular and more known than Zeus. So basically he's gonna die sometime in the book, I'm pretty sure. I have no idea what happens to his companion. Yeah, as I've said, I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not gonna talk too much about it, and I don't know how much of the story is like made up or like a retelling and how much actually not happened. I have no idea if those things actually happened. But yeah, I'm kind of excited to get to like more interesting parts. Obviously it was a really nice way how the 2 main characters got to know each other and like their relationship forming and everything, but I'm just like, something needs to happen. So we just got back from Balos Beach, and honestly it's so overrated. So we took the car there, and then it was a 15-minute walk down to the beach. And the beach, it's like pretty, like the view from the top of the hill, or the mountain I should say, but down there it really smells like I can't think of the English word right now. I'll put it up. I think it's sulfur. It smells like a volcano, like volcano water. I don't know if it is. I'm gonna look it up right after I film this. But yeah, so it's not as pretty from like down at the beach. There's so many people because there's ferries like bringing hundreds and hundreds of people in. It looked like an invasion when the ferry boat came, because there were like, I don't know, let's say like 200 people at the beach, and then the ferry came with like 800 people, and suddenly like there was no space at all. And also the water just wasn't like as nice. It's very beautiful still, but compared to Falasana Beach, I preferred that one so much more because it's quieter, it's more relaxing, there's not as many people and the water is just like a lot more beautiful. I don't know, it's also better to swim. So yeah, and also we put our towels down at like this beach area, like the sandy area. We didn't get like chairs, we just put it on the ground, and the towels were wet after like 2 minutes because there's water coming like through the ground. I don't know how else to describe it, but it was kind of uncomfortable. I couldn't film really anything because there were so many people, everything was wet. It was not super hot, but everything was like in the direct sunshine, so I couldn't like set up my stuff anywhere, because if I would have set it down then it would have gotten salt water and sand all over it. I also left my phone in the bag for most of the time, and the book is now a little bit ruined, which I'm very sad about because I left it. So we got there, we put our towels down, and I went into the water, and when I came back my book was already wet, so I didn't like press it in or anything. It was just laying there, and now the edges are like rolling up. So that's very sad. So travel recommendation: skip Palos Beach. I don't think it's worth it going there if you're just in Crete for 1 week. I definitely prefer Falasana Beach, and apparently there's a lot more beautiful beaches in the south. We don't have time to go there sadly because today is our last full day. But yeah, Falasana Beach is top for me. Then Elafonisi, it's the pink beach. It wasn't very pink, but I also didn't expect it to be super pink. So that's also nice. We were badly prepared for that one, but I think it's still very like nice and pretty, and you do have to walk like 5 minutes down and then like 5 to 10 minutes up, but it's nowhere near as bad as Palos Beach. And Palos Beach I would honestly skip. I wouldn't go again. I wouldn't even take the ferry, just because there's so many people, and if you are like, if you get there on the ferry, then you like arrive with the huge crowd, and then like there's no place to set up. So yeah, that was a little bit, it was not my favorite day, let's be honest. But I did read over 100 pages because there's nothing else to do besides reading and people watching. So I have less than 100 pages to go, and now my boyfriend's in the shower, so I'm gonna keep reading for a little bit until I get to shower, because my hair is like all sandy and wet and everything's like sweaty, and I just want to get everything off of me. But yeah, and we're just gonna have dinner somewhere now. It's our last night, and I'm so sad. I want to stay here like forever. I just want to like have my dog beamed here and then just stay here for the rest of my life, honestly. But we can't do that, so we're gonna make the most out of tonight and find some nice restaurant and eat probably some seafood, and then tomorrow we're just gonna have like a relaxing day by the hotel pool, and maybe I might do like a yoga class tomorrow morning if I get up on time. It starts at 9 AM. I think I should be able to do that. And then they also have hammam here, which is like a steam sauna thing, I don't know. And we also want to do that because we actually wanted to do that tonight, but we got home so late that now I think it closes at 6. Or like the hotel staff that works it is only available until 6, and now it's 7 PM or like maybe 7:30 already, I don't know. So we're gonna do that tomorrow probably, because the weather is supposed to be like bad tomorrow, but I also think that bad weather here probably means like 25 degrees and not super sunny all day, so that's still good weather to me. So I'm back home now. I actually did finish Song of Achilles the morning before our flight. So I could pack it in my suitcase and I did not have to take it on the plane with me, like in my backpack. I gave it 3 stars on Goodreads because I really enjoyed the first part of them like getting to know each other. It was a little bit slow and I wanted there to like happen more because it was a couple of years, but it skipped like a lot of time, and then sometimes were like looked at very closely, but I don't know, it was nice. I really liked that part, and when it got to the war I was not disappointed. I obviously knew that that was coming because that's what Achilles like myth is about, you know. And so I didn't really like that part, but not because of the way it was written or anything, just because I don't enjoy like war stories. So that's just personal preference. I really loved the ending. The ending alone, like the last page, 10 out of 10. I loved it so much, especially like the last interactions between the last 2 people. I don't want to spoil anything obviously, but yeah, those interactions on the last couple of pages was so good. I really enjoyed that. I really liked how it kind of brought everything together. And yeah, it's a 3-star book for me just because of that. It's like kind of there's not that much happening, and the war stuff, I mean obviously I should have probably known that like reading it, getting into it, because that's obviously like something that's gonna happen. And I also just, I guess it's just, maybe it's just a character like Achilles that I don't like that much, because the way he like changes from this boy to the like young man that he is in the war, and how like his personality changes, I just don't like him very much, honestly. So maybe that's that. Maybe I should have given it 4 stars because it's just his personality that just does not speak to me at all. So yeah, that's Song of Achilles. Maybe 3.5 stars. Let's just say 3.5. But I do recommend reading it. I did like Serts more, but just because I liked her more and Achilles himself less. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I could show you some spots around Crete if you're going, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye!